Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. In this video, we're not working on bikes, we're working on our bike rack here. So if you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button. If you already are subscribed, make sure that little bell icon next to that is checked off, that we get notified every time we upload. That way you know what's saying is awesome cycling content we do on this channel. So onto the bike rack. This is the bike rack I had for, how long has it been? Like 3 or 4 years now that I've had this bike rack, and ultimately this bike rack is great. I have had no problem with this bike rack. It has made it from Hawaii to here in Nevada and all around carrying my bikes and had no issues at all with this rack at all. However, there are a couple improvements I wanted to make on this rack, and I've wanted to make for a little while, that just make it better for the way I use it and the way I store it, and ultimately the way I feel it to be a little safer with my application. So let's get you right on down here. I have mainly 2 or 3 upgrades that we're going to do today. I already got all the hardware for them. So let's get you right on down to the rack here. We'll get working on the first one. So my first thing I have here, so this rack here from, this is again the Bike Gear Parkway rack. It has a built-in anti-rattle feature to it. So essentially inside the receiver tube here, it has a threaded nut, so you can insert your bolt right here. Goes through there and you can thread it into that nut. If it'll get threaded into, there we go. So you go ahead and start that threaded in there, and by doing that, it tightens everything together. Doesn't rattle in theory, right? The problem is they have it designed so you can go through that hole, but then it is supposed to be held on the other side with the nut on the other side. And with the setup I have, pretty much I have to use a hitch extender on my truck in order to clear the spare tire. This hitch extender is a little thicker than your standard receiver hitch on a truck or a car. So because of that, this bolt actually doesn't go all the way through, and therefore the now lock doesn't do anything on the other end. It's essentially like that. It doesn't go all the way through the nut, it only goes about halfway through. So realistically, if you're going on a longer trip where there's a lot of vibrations or not even a road, that could rattle loose, and essentially you wouldn't have your bike rack when you get to where you're going. So not exactly a good thing. So what I did, I went out to the hardware store, went ahead and matched it up to the thread pitch, which was a M12 by 1.75, and matched up, got a slightly longer bolt for it. So that should solve, hopefully, our problem. But this one's pretty simple, just something I feel is a little bit safety, at least on my part, and I did go for a grade 8 bolt, which was what this was from the factory, because this is a high stress area, so make sure you get grade 8 bolts if you are going to do this. Otherwise you might have some problems. So, got a new bolt here. So we're gonna go ahead, throw our lock washer on that side, get our hitch extender, drop that down in there. Go. And we'll start threading it in. And that feels pretty solid right there. Alright, so there's that side right there. Other side, lock washer, and our nylock nuts. And that should be perfect right there. That should work awesome. So I'll get that threaded on there, drive it on. Okay, grab our big wrench, and that actually pokes through like it's supposed to. There we go. Grab our big adjustable wrench. Yeah, so there you go. That is much better. This used to actually wobble in here a little bit just because it wouldn't tighten all the way because that bolt wasn't long enough. Now it's solid. That thing's not going anywhere. So much safer. Feel a lot better about that. That one's the easy one. That one's our easy modification. Next one, we're gonna move up to the top of the rack actually. And we're gonna add, this one's gonna be improving, adding a different design that helps me store the bike rack a lot better and a lot easier than I do right now. So let's move the camera, get you guys all set up there, and we'll talk about that change. So the second improvement we're gonna make is right up here at the top of the rack. And it's pretty much how the, what you call it, your bike holder bars, the rack part of it here actually is held on and held in that angle. So essentially from the factory, there's a bolt that goes right through this hole here. If I can get it through the hole. Let's see, I can go this way just for now. There we go. So from the factory, there's a bolt. Goes all the way through there, and essentially that bolt right there keeps this from pivoting. It holds it in place when it's nice and tight. So that's a great idea, it's a great design, right? However, with this being on here and being like this, and the hitch extender on the ground, it makes this very long. So it's not the easiest thing to store, and it definitely sticks out quite a bit from the back of your vehicle while you're driving without a bike on it. So what I've been doing is I've been pulling that bolt out and you can lower that down right there. That pretty much makes it almost a flat profile. It sticks out just a little bit, but not near as much as it did before. So that's what I've been doing, is pulling that bolt out and then leaving the bolt in here, of course, so you don't lose it. What I'd like to do for this, and what I've seen done on other racks, is instead of a bolt, they actually use like a pin like this. I don't know exactly what they're called, but they use a pin like this, which can go through this hole by itself, and this goes on the other end and essentially holds it there, but it then makes it nice and kind of quick release should you need to take that off and fold this down, which is definitely a nice improvement, a nice little update to it to make it easier to use. So I went ahead, picked up one of these pins. So pretty much we're gonna go ahead, raise this back up, and we'll put it like right, yeah, it's about right there. Try to slide it through this side. Maybe, there it goes. Okay, slide it through there and around. And something's not liking something, let's see. Okay, so this right here, we need to modify this pin just a little bit. We need to bend it is what we need to do. Just to make it fit a little better. We got some pliers and bend that into place some. All right, so pliers. So pretty much what this is just bent in just a little bit. So we're going to try it right there. So just kind of bend it flat. And then, let's see, did that work? So let's clip it back up. Okay, let's try that out so you can see it's kind of a little straighter now. It was bent in some. So let's go ahead, feed that back through. Go. And there we go. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. And biggest thing, of course, is with the bolt, it tightens everything down. Without it, I mean, there is a tiny bit of play, but that is not near as bad as it was before. So that should work great there. There we go, cool. It's nice modification there. So if you have one of these racks and it doesn't have that pin, you can go pick one up and it goes right in there, and that should hold that. I mean, that's nice and secure. That ain't going anywhere. Will it even, the top even move? I mean, it rattles just a hair, but not enough that it will like make you concerned that your bike's gonna fall off. So nice little modification there, so that should make that. And we have one more modification to this rack, and that's a nice simple one, nice little touch. So hope you guys enjoyed coming with me, working on my bike rack, doing a couple little improvements to it. If you guys did enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up, appreciate the support, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.